What's up, guys? It's your girl Kia. Back for another video. It has been a long week. For those of you guys who don't know, I live in the Orlando area that got hit by the hurricane, so it has been a long couple of days. I'm out of the house. Lucky for my family and a lot of my family in the area in Florida, nobody had any real damage to their home. A lot of yard damage. You know, my brother had to go to my mom's house. My mom was out power for 3 days. My brother had to go to my mom's house to clean up the yard because a tree fell over in the backyard. But everybody's safe. A couple friends lost businesses, but that's what, insurance is for. Everybody's safe, and that's a blessing. I wanted to do this video while I finally had peace and quiet on my way to get my kids. Nick Cannon had another baby today, and this one's name is Rise Messiah Cannon, and his other baby's mother, Abby De La Rosa, is also pregnant. This means, if my math is correct, before 2022 is up, for sure, Nick Cannon has 11 children, 4 of whom have been born, will be when Abby De La Rosa has her baby, born within the last 6 months. I have a previous video about this where I say Nick Cannon is disgusting. This is also going to be focused on the women, and the reason why it's going to be focused on the women is because recently it has come out that the baby's mothers are all are by themselves. They're by themselves. I mean, and that Nick is polyamorous. So let's tackle the first thing. Bree Tessie came out a couple days ago and put on her Instagram. She did what a lot of moms do. She just venting how it's been a long morning. She hasn't slept in 3 days because her baby is teething, it was early. Babies can teeth whenever. It's just very early for her baby to be teething. I think he might be 2 months old, 3 months old. She's still breastfeeding. Her aunt came over to help and put her electronic mug in the microwave. You can't put electronics in the microwave, but the aunt probably didn't know. And she's just tired. So a fan messaged her, and the fan to me didn't even come off nasty. The fan or a person who commented on her post was, "It takes a village to raise a child. Do you have someone helping you," or something along those lines? And she said no. The girl wrote back and said, "What about a night nurse?" Bree wrote back and said, "Well, who's going to pay for that? Are you going to Venmo me?" And she said, and the fan said, "Ask Nick." And she went into this diatribe of kind of being nasty and saucy. And you can blame it on her getting no sleep from the baby, basically saying that he is not my sugar daddy. He's my child's father, blah, blah, blah. I work. It was just a bunch of stupidness. And now I will put it off as her being tired from having the baby. But it also makes me concerned, and not concerned because this is not my family. It also makes me wonder, so you just had a baby 3 months ago. You are now doing this literally by yourself. You are a single mother. Whether Nick gives money or not, she is a single mom doing this by herself. And she is now back working, and she has no help. Of course, she says what every mother is supposed to say. "I just want to take this time to bond with my baby and just do this, just me and him, just really have this closeness." Yeah, that's cute and wonderful. Sounds great on Instagram. But babies are beautiful, tiny little things that'll drive you to want to toss them out of a moving car. I know that sounds awful, but I'm someone who had twins. My twins are now going to be 18 months on Sunday. And those first 4 months, my mother moved in with me, and I'm married. And it was still a lot to deal with having a husband and a mom. So, for one baby, there needs to be at least 2 people for that one baby to do every single thing. And that's one reason why a lot of people, and me, are advocates for having a baby when you have a live-in partner. I'm not saying marriage ain't for everybody, but you should at least have a live-in partner who can take that weight off your shoulders and be there so you can sleep, because it seems like she's not getting any rest, which makes me wonder, what is Nick providing? The girl doesn't want to, Nick, at least, if I cannot be there as your partner because I am off engaged to somebody else, having another baby with my fiance Brittany Bell, that's a whole other situation. Here is this night nurse. Here is this nanny. And I know there's a lot of stigmas on having in-home help. I have in-home help. And there's a lot of stigma to it saying that, oh, well, you have a nanny, you don't work, what's the point? At that young age, a 3-month-old, or if you have multiples like I do, you need the extra hands. You just do. It's just a lot because, somebody could be making bottles while they're changing the diapers, and somebody could be getting laundry done while you are also getting a meal done for later. There's a lot of moving parts to having a baby, and nannies are there to help. Night nurses are great too, because night nurses don't really do a lot. They're literally just there. If the baby wakes up, they give the baby a bottle, they make sure the baby is changed. They are literally just night owls for your house so that you can get sleep and then press on during the daytime. So it's just weird to me that she looked at it like, oh, I'm a gold digger and you think that Nick is my sugar daddy and he's just here for money. No, stupid girl, we're saying you are all alone doing this. We know it's hard. You need help. So it's odd to me that, you know, Nick propounds himself as such a good father, and it looks like to me maybe he's a good Instagram dad, where he takes the pictures, he sends the money, he takes them to events, but the day-to-day hardship of being a parent, he can't do. And that's not even a guesstimate for me. He actually cannot do it because he now has 10 children, soon to be 11 children. You cannot do the day-to-day for the children. And that's what I said in my last video. All the 6 kids that were just born, no, it's 5 kids that were just born, they're all going to graduate from kindergarten at the same time. They're all going to join a sport at the same time, you know, as they get older. They're all going to have dances and proms and graduations and ceremonies and recitals and dances that he will not be, and practices that he will not be able to be an active participant in. And to me, it's almost like he might be telling the kids, you know, early on, as you know, his part of being a dad, that I won't be there for everything, but I love you. I'm here to support you, but I won't be there for everything. Like preparing them to be kind of, no, I won't have a dad 24/7. And that makes me feel really bad for the kids. You know, I don't feel so bad for the moms. I just feel really bad for the kids because they're missing out on a father. And their mothers, let's go to the mother's part, responsibility in this. The moms are really, really sad to me. All of them. You know, Brittany Bell just gave birth to their 3rd child, because she had twins. I think 2 sets of women had twins. 3rd child. I think she's engaged to Nick. I don't know what that means, because now Nick proposed to be polyamorous, which I don't believe this is polyamory, because I really don't think that polyamory because we had a professor on our show a little while ago who explained polyamory. It is an open relationship that has equal amounts of love. And I'm assuming in a polyamorous relationship, when you bring children into the family, you're raising everybody together under one household. You know, polygamy is marriage. Polyamorous is an open relationship. So even if you're not going to marry these women, you're all raising them together. It's the same thing, again, going back to polygamy. When you are a polygamist, you are raising everybody in the same home or within the same cul-de-sac. Shout out to Big Love. You know, or the Sister Wives show. They were living in a cul-de-sac where there were 3 houses and everybody was close together, could come over and help and do that. It doesn't seem like Nick is doing that. To me, and most people with common sense, it seems like Nick is just having multiple women and getting them pregnant and having babies. And every time he has a baby announcement out there, he has some, I'm astounded by the divine feminine, and I cannot believe what a blessing and a miracle, the blessings that have been given to me and bestowed upon me, and blessings. That's what it sounds like. But none of this seems healthy. If he is polyamorous, if he is engaged to Brittany Bell, which I don't understand what that means given the situation that she's in, none of this seems healthy for children. None of this seems healthy for Nick. None of this seems healthy for the women. And I don't understand why the women keep signing up for this. You are signing up like the newest baby's mom, because he has been having repeat babies with DJ Abby De La Rosa and Brittany Bell. They both have 3 children. The newest girl, her name, she's a model from The Price is Right. And she's a newer woman, and she openly signed up for this knowing that you are one of 8 other women. Excuse me. Let me rephrase that. You are one of 7 other women, because I don't count Mariah Carey as his ex-wife as a part of the situation. Her kids are older. She was married to Nick. Their twins were very much planned. And, you know, I feel like she's kind of removed. I don't know the exact situation she's having with, she's allowing her twins to have with their brothers and sisters. I don't know what kind of relationship I would be willing to have in this situation with my kids' brothers and sisters if there was multiple. So we don't know. So I don't count Mariah in this. But why would you sign up to be one of multiple women with kids, all within the same age group? And they can't say they don't know, because Nick has said, and Abigail LaRosa has said, that he has been open about his relationships with other women. He's been open about being polyamorous. So they're aware. No one is in the dark. Maybe about the time frame of the different women they might be in the dark, but they're not in the dark about who Nick is and what he's looking for in a partner. So it's just, all of this is very odd to me and very sad. And I really want, at minimum, for Nick to stop saying that he's pro-black. You are not pro-black. If you were pro-black, you wouldn't be doing this. Having multiple women of color become babies' mothers instead of wives. Having them now be single mothers by themselves, doing it, relying on their village, meaning relying on their mothers, their sisters, their cousins to come over and help, while you just kind of swish in and out of their lives. And I'm not saying that Nick is going to be a pop-up dad because he wants to be a pop-up dad. He can only be a pop-up dad when you have 11 children. That's just facts. That's not even saying anything about Nick being a bad guy or the jerk, you know, baby's daddy from the hood who just wants to come and bring McDonald's and pizza and let's go to Chuck E. Cheese for an hour, and then they don't talk to the kids for 2 or 3 more weeks. I'm not saying he wants to do that, but that is a circumstance that he's put it in. Think about it. Let's say he sees each kid, he sees one family a week. So every other week, think about the gaps between that. So he can really only see every child, or spend time with every child, even though 2 live in 3 households. He can really only see that one family or that one household every 6 weeks. Even if he's doing it every other day, the kids are going large gaps, and he still has to work. He still has to host the Masked Singer. He's still doing Wild 'N Out. He's still finding new women. He's still traveling. He's still doing a bunch of stuff. So we're talking about the kids maybe spending time with their dad a couple of times every 5 weeks, every 6 weeks they see their dad. A lot of people comment and say, well, why do you guys care, and why are you guys commenting on it? Because he's putting it out there like something positive. Every time he makes a baby announcement, every single time he does a photo shoot, like a maternity shoot, kissing these women, loving on these women like they're the woman of his dreams, only to do it again the next month. He puts it out there like it's this awesome thing, almost like saying, if I make the positive of it, then nobody can find the negative. No, Nick, we're finding the negative. There's negative in this. There's sadness in this. There is disappointment in this. Nick is very smart. He is very talented. Not rap-wise, but he is very talented, and he is now making himself look like an asshole. He is. I'm sorry, there's nowhere else to say he's making himself look like an asshole by doing this. And no one is saying that he can't date multiple women. No one is saying he can't be polyamorous. What people are saying is don't bring kids into it. And I'm pretty sure there's a lot of polyamory people out there that would say, yeah, this isn't polyamory. We don't normally have multiple kids with multiple women living in different households. We love each other and have relationships with each other, and we raise our children together, raise our family together. But what do I know? You know what? I know a lot because he puts it out there, but that's my comments. I want to hear what other people have to say. You know, check me out on Life of Soca Radio. We're planning to do a panel with all men because I want to get the male perspective of what they think about Nick Cannon having a bunch of kids. Is this really the desire to procreate? Is he a reproductive abuser? Is he just goofy? Or, you know, is it something else that maybe most women wouldn't even think about or consider? But I want to know because it's very odd to me that this is happening. Oh, and one more thing. We're pointing this out on Nick because Nick is the most famous person doing this in the black community right now. There's NBA YoungBoy has had 10 kids, but I don't really check for NBA YoungBoy like that. He just seems like he just raggedy because NBA YoungBoy is only 22 and already has 10 kids. That right there alone is disgusting and pathetic as well. Like that's just sad on a different level. Elon Musk also has 10 kids, I think. Also pathetic, but I think Elon Musk is pathetic. And I think more people care about this from Nick because no one ever expected this from Nick Cannon. Bright, smart, talented, you know, had a great thing with Mariah Carey. They got divorced, and then he had another baby, fine, and then it just blew up with a bunch of babies all over the place. So that's my thoughts. Sorry for rambling. Drop down in my comments. Let's get the conversation started, and I will see you guys next time. I love you. Bye.